crash and scatter. Words form a bond and they endlessly chain us. Kindness that matters. Voices arise and the flow never falter. Building a space where the ties last forever. Chat is the place where respect doesn't alter, holding us clever. Grateful are we for the sparks that ignite us. Chat lifts us up, every voice brings its power. Threads of goodwill through the storms that unite us. Hope we devour. Here in this space, every heart finds its meaning. Words weave a net where the world feels much kinder. Chat is the pulse, every moment redeeming, binding reminder. Grateful are we for the sparks that ignite us. Chat lifts us up, every voice brings its power. Threads of goodwill through the storms that unite us. Hope we devour. Quiet nights and the storms full of thunder, chat holds the light, every word a new tether. Strength in the love that connects us, no sunder, lifting together. Hats off to chat for the joy in your giving. Every kind soul brings a world that feels brighter. May these connections endure while we're living, bond growing tighter. Hats off to chat for the joy in your giving. Every kind soul brings a world that feels brighter. May these connections endure while we're living, bond growing tighter. To chat for the hearts that sustain us, bringing the love where the waves crash and scatter. Words form a bond and they endlessly chain us. Kindness that matters. Voices arise and the flow never falter. Building a space where the ties last forever. Chat is the place where respect doesn't alter, holding us clever. Grateful are we for the sparks that ignite us. Chat lifts us up, every voice brings its power.
Hey you guys, how are things? It has been, as always, a couple of busy days for me. Tuesday and Wednesday are my work days for my job. Thursday and Friday are my work days for school. So it's going to get a little busy tomorrow and Friday too. It's just today I had to be out and about, and tomorrow and Friday I'll be in and about studying, except tomorrow I have a job interview. So I will need everybody's good thoughts during this interview, live from Paris. Yeah. I figured I'd do some traveling. How are you doing today, Cricket? Your boogie woogie this evening was lovely. It was a nice concert on my way home. I've got a really cool thing to show you guys, but I need to wait until Brain Fog shows up. So let's Beetlejuice her in the comments. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. Brain fog, brain fog, brain fog. I got an email in my inbox this morning, and I was thinking that it was saying a local church was closed today because of the winter storm, and I was totally and utterly confused because why would any church in the Portland area be closed today for a winter storm? There's no winter storm. It was a beautiful day. I went for a walk this evening with my client, and I didn't even bother to put on a coat. I got a little chilled, but it wasn't too bad at all. I mean, I didn't catch a chill. It was just a little chilly. So after wondering and trying to figure it out for a minute or two, yeah, exactly, Cricket. I realized it was an email from my childhood church, the one I grew up in, which means it was an email from the Twin Cities. Hi, Fuzzy. It was an email from the Twin Cities, which means, of course, they're having a terrible winter storm there today. Unbelievable snow in Minnesota right now. So I don't know what planet I was on when I was confused about why they were talking about a winter storm. I know what it was. I was thinking about this job interview that I have tomorrow and how I want to ask around to local church, how one of the ways that I would pull volunteers in is to coordinate with local churches. And so I had local churches on the brain. Kind of silly, but that's what I did. What else happened? Yesterday was a day I had to work yesterday too. Oh, Brian, that's so kind of you. I'm hopeful that I'll knock it out of the park. This would be a really good job for me, I think. I have some concerns, but overall I think it'll be a good job for me. Yesterday, I went to a movie with my client, and it was an interesting movie. It was a movie about homelessness. It was a docudrama that was a novelization of a documentary. And it was interesting. I I enjoyed it. Not the not the best movie I've ever seen, but probably not the worst. I'm on pins and needles to show you this thing that I gotta wait for brain fog for. So instead, I'll show you the new rock I've been working on. There she is. She's not done yet. Can you guess what she is? Any guesses? Maybe we'll focus. Come on. Maybe we'll focus. Come on. Quit disappearing. Quit disappearing. Anybody have any guess? There we go. No disappearing and focusing. Look at that. Nope, we still don't want to focus very well. So that's the most recent one. She's in process. Brian, I need to know if you like platinum or gold, man. Platinum or gold? I totally got distracted about the first in award, Brian. My total bad. You guys should have said something. I'm babbling on without even showing the first in award. You got to tell me, Brian, platinum or gold? Which do you prefer? Platinum or gold? It is a choice, that is for sure. A scarab? What about a scarab, Cricket? MLH, how are you doing, sweetie? I was just telling everybody about the big job interview I've got tomorrow. I've got a great opportunity that I didn't expect. And I applied and am very surprised that they even responded. They responded really quickly. They wanted to do a phone interview on Monday, and we scheduled an in-person interview after that for Thursday, tomorrow. So they are moving very quickly. And no, it's not a scarab, but that's a good idea. I could make scarabs. Poet, are you still here? You still here, Brian? I got a fun game to play today, guys. I think it's a fun game. It's a new game. It's a new game to try. You guys will have to tell me if it's fun. I thought we'd play the game red flag, green flag. Hi, sweetie. It's good to see you. I hope things are going well. How much money did you end up making for your server that you donated money to? I'm just curious. MLH did an amazing thing. He took donations for a server that he's known through a business relationship for years and presented it to her. And I hear she was really, really excited. He took donations from people on his stream. and just gave her the donation as a tip, I bet you that must have been the most lovely thing, MLH. I can't imagine her response. I can't imagine her response. Must have been excellent. $275. Wow. It's enough to make a difference for somebody. It's enough to pay a bill, couple of bills. Couldn't have gone to a better cause, nor to a sweeter guy going to a better cause. It's really kind of you, MLH. You put an extra 5 in, bring it to an even number. I can understand that. It's nice for it to be a nice even number somehow. And an extra $5 is an extra $5, right? Anybody can throw in an extra $5. I think we lost Poet. I'm going to just have to make an executive decision that gold is his favorite and send it to him at the end of the stream. But here is Did she cry? Oh my goodness, MLH. Really, she cried? That is so sweet. Wow. It's amazing to me that such a small amount of money can make such a difference in people's lives. I actually think that we should pay people enough money that we don't need to tip. I'm a big believer in the European way of doing things. We just pay people a living wage, and so tips aren't required. I'm all for that. I'm all for that. Here is Brian's first in award because I think he has stepped away from the chat. Cricket, as always, did an excellent job for the first in award, and we appreciate it deeply, deeply, deeply. If you guys don't know, Brain Fog and I do a Thursday night show on a channel called Old Tifa. And we talk about current events. And so we will be live tomorrow night. So I invite you to join us. Hit the notify button and come and join us tomorrow night. Because we will be having a chat about all the things politic. So, even though there's only a few of us here, everybody's rolling in slow tonight. It's been kind of a lazy few days for as busy as it's been. I think we've gotten so accustomed to the constant drama that a day of quiet seems slow and mundane, and that That is a problem. Yes, please sub to Old Tifa. Absolutely. Old Tifa needs all the subs they can get. Please sub to Old Tifa. That's terrible, MLH, that people don't tip there. That's got to be really hard on the servers. I hope they pay a living wage. So, I'm going to make a statement, and y'all are going to tell me if it's a red flag for a high control group, or if it's a green flag for not a high control group, or if it's, I don't know, because it's neutral. So the first statement is you need permission before dating, marrying, or having children. Green flag, red flag, neutral flag. What do you guys think? I've got a good idea. We'll start with an easy one. I think this is an easy one, considering Scientology's general practices. Red flag indeed, MLH. Total red flag. You need approval before marrying, dating, or having children? Come on. Approval? That's a little far. Yeah, that's a red flag. Okay, how about this one? You're encouraged to ask tough questions about the group's beliefs. You're encouraged to ask tough questions about the group's beliefs. You guys are going to get so good at this. I think this is a pretty easy one, too. I think most of them are actually pretty easy, but we'll see how this game goes. It's hard to. I should take time on the weekend and come up with ideas for what to do for Wheel of Wednesday, and invariably, that is indeed a green flag, Fuzzy. Green light means go. Right. Green light means go. Yes. Yes. Is everybody live right now? I bet they are. I bet they are. Oh, yeah, they sure are. That's okay. People will be here in a little while. Jen's live, everybody's live. That's okay. We will keep it moving. Keep it grooving. Yeah, that one is a green flag. If you're encouraged to answer critical questions, that is a good sign. That is a good sign. How about this one? Sometimes protecting the reputation of the group is more important than individual concerns. Sometimes protecting the reputation of the group is more important than individual concerns. It does seem that way, although yesterday seemed particularly quiet, Cricket. And Jen has moved her Wednesday evening live to the afternoon. So she goes over me a little bit. Sorry, guys, I needed a drink. Red flags? Actually, I think that's neutral, guys. I think that that's true. Sometimes the reputation of the group is more important than individual concerns. Sometimes we do need to set things aside for the betterment of the group. Don't you think? Am I wrong? Tell me if I'm wrong. Argue back at me. Tell me what you think. I am curious. I can think of circumstances where it might be important. I mean, the military has rules about protecting the interests of the group and how you present yourself and how you're supposed to look. So I think that could go either way. So when I say neutral, I don't mean that it's not a red flag. I just mean it could be a red flag and it could be nothing. Yes, Fuzzy, I agree. That's why it's a tricky one. It's definitely a tricky one. But all of these exist on the military is a cult. The difference is a military is a high control group. I wouldn't argue that it's not. It's totally a high control group. Absolutely, positively, the military is a high control group. I think the argument is whether it is for the betterment of people or not. And I think the points that Mike Brown makes about there at least being processes to resolve things with the military makes it a little different. I've got some concern with those processes, considering the environment we're steeping in right now, but I don't think you're wrong, Fuzzy. I think you're absolutely right. I just think some high control groups can be productive, right? It's all about how it's focused and whether they want you to, be brainwashed or not. So here's an easier one. At least I think it's easier. Criticism of leadership is wrong. Criticism of leadership is wrong. And I know what you guys are going to show me. What I would say is, yeah, exactly, Fuzzy. I don't see any situation in which you could be in a high control group that says criticism of leadership is wrong, and that wouldn't be a red flag. Any group you're in, if they say criticism of leadership is wrong, that is a problem. And you need to reconsider what you are doing. Being part of this group is the best way to find purpose and meaning. Sorry, guys, soda was up on my desk moments, like an hour ago, half an hour before the live started. And I now have kitty hair all in my lipstick, all over my face. Fine, fine kitty cat hair. Yes, Cricket. Yes, exactly, Cricket. Exactly the same thing. Exactly the same thing. Yeah, Fuzzy, you're right. I think so too. I think I have a problem with the best way, but best way is really subjective. So somebody can think that it's the best way, right? That doesn't mean that it's a high control group. How about people who leave always regret it and their lives fall apart? People who leave always regret it and their lives fall apart. Cricket, I can't see all your emojis there. Yeah, exactly like open and closed family systems. People who leave always regret it and their lives fall apart. Yep. That one is a problem. That one is definitely a problem. I think we need some music, guys. What do you think? Anybody have a problem with some music? We- It's quiet in here. We need some mood music. That's as much of my dancing as you're going to get. I should stop. Transparency about our decision making and finances is a priority. Transparency about our decision making and our decision making processes are a priority. Yeah, Fuzzy, I think so too. You guys are so sweet. Okay, how about this one? I want to know what you guys think about this one. There's one path to truth, and it's our responsibility to share it. There's one path to truth, and it's our responsibility to share it. Hey, Antics! Chicken bark? Chicken bark? What's chicken bark? From Pup Groomer. Welcome, y'all. How is everybody? Am I awake? Yeah, it's an interesting one, and Fuzzy, because yeah, I'm awake. Welcome, room raiders. It's good to see everybody. Thanks to Pup Groomer for sending you over. Antics, is this music okay for you? I just turned it on. That's okay. I figured that's what's going on. She went long. We were just hanging out. We're playing a game. Fuzzy and Cricket got a head start. So the game is red light, green light, red flag, green flag, or white flag. And white flag doesn't mean surrender. Aw, Antics, you're so sweet. Is the music okay for you, Antics? Because if it's not, I'll turn it off or find something different. I literally turned it on 3 minutes ago. So the one we're on is there's one path to truth, and it's our responsibility to share it. And we've got one vote that it's a red flag. I'm curious what the rest of you think. I am of two minds on this one. I am of two minds on this one. I think red flag, yeah. I think the one path to truth piece is worrisome. If they just said this is the path to truth and it's our responsibility to share it, I think everybody who believes they have a path to truth wants to share it. And I think that that's ethical to do. Share your truth. Hey, Never and Aaron. Hey, Minnie. It's good to see you. One way means their way. Yeah, I think so, Antics. I think if they were saying this is a path to truth and it's our responsibility to share it, you think that changes it enough, guys? It's our responsibility to share this path. Brian, you didn't get to see what your Wheel of Wednesday prize was. Exactly, Antics. It often does, Brian. It often does. There's the first in award, Brian. If Cricket doesn't get it done, I'll shoot it off to you after the live, Brian. It's nice of you to be here so quick. There is the first in award that Brian got. I mean, to be fair, I think we all sort of share our path to truth. I definitely share mine in dribs and drabs. You've been stream hopping? Yeah, I noticed, Brian. That's cool. That's cool. Doubting the teachings means you're spiritually weak. Doubting the teachings means you're spiritually weak or morally failing. That light blinking? It is, ain't it? That means it needs a charge. Okay. Let me fix this baby up. Yeah, Fuzzy. I concur. That is a problem statement. Yes, y'all. Okay, how about this one? How about support and care are given freely without obligation? Doubt everything. Yeah, we had one earlier that said criticism of leadership is considered a sign of personal weakness. Hey, Pat, how are you? It's good to see you. Lori, if I haven't said hi, I meant to. I don't know how I overlooked you. How are you doing? Support and care are given freely without obligation. Support and care are given freely without obligation. Good afternoon, Pat. Indeed, Brian. How you doing, Aaron? "1 p.m. tomorrow, right, Pat?" You're not that guy, Lori. You're amazing. Yeah, it says it's a green flag, but I would go with white. I think, yeah, the green one is the white one is the cool flag. How about the leader's mistakes should be forgiven and never spoken of? You're a time traveler. That's what you are, Pat. Time traveler. How are things tomorrow? The leader's past mistakes should be forgiven and never spoken of. I mean, these are all pretty easy, you guys, but what happens when I create games in my spare time? Red flag indeed. You mean green? Okay, Antics. Yeah, that one is a green flag. I concur. The earlier one. How about this one? Yeah, can we have tomorrow's winning numbers, Pat? That would be excellent. A strong leader knows what's best for their followers even when they don't. Even when they don't see it yet. A strong leader knows what's best for their followers even when they don't see it yet. Tell me what you think. Wouldn't that be lovely, Pat? Sure would. Different kind of time travel we need to invent. Antics, are you on pins and needles for the next episode of Severance tomorrow night? Did you notice, Antics, that they were using an e-meter almost? An e-meter almost when in the episode last week? Did you notice that? The new spelling of flag, Antics. Like vowel shift. Over time, the way language sounds changes and the vowels change. You pegged that? Yeah. Aren't a lot of the problems in the world because someone knew best? Yeah. Yeah, I still think, I would argue that a good, strong leader also sometimes knows what's best for the followers, even when they don't know it. The difference being that a strong leader who is a good leader brings their followers along. Brings their followers along through dialogue, through examples, through explanations, through exposition, right? A good leader might actually know what's best. But the difference between a good and bad leader is how that plays out. Sandra Bernhardt, what about her antics? You pegged that? Asked her a question and then read a meter. Exactly, antics. They did exactly do that. They asked her a question and then they read the meter. It was weird. Exactly, Pat. That's why some of these are like mushy. Because sometimes a strong leader does know what's best. That's the importance of a leader, right? Is sometimes they have to pick a direction. They have to pick a direction. That's the job of a good leader, is to pick a direction. We forget that what the qualities are of a good leader. We're so busy We forget because we're there, we don't have a lot of examples. We forget the qualities of a good leader. Leaders are held accountable by a governing body or community. Leaders are held accountable by a governing body or community. That and the child there too is so Sciento vibes. I agree, Antics. If you watch some of the YouTube videos talking about the show, they talk about how Sciento it is. Well, Adam, I don't know that we're leader dependent. Hey, Bill, how you doing? Hi, Adam. I mean, not everybody can be the leader. And it takes training to be good at negotiating power. Oh, tell me about the Swiss leadership model, Adam. I'd like to hear about that. Yes, Cricket. Our leaders are held accountable by a governing body or community. That is definitely a green flag. It's one of the problems I have with non-denominational churches is they don't have Adam Indeed for president. I'm all for that. I don't think he'll take the nomination, but I'd support that. It's important for leaders to be held accountable by somebody. A leader needs to be accountable to somebody. Any leader. They need to be accountable. There needs to be... It's a problem when they're not accountable. Interesting, Adam. I like that. I will have to look into that more. When I did my classes on the EU, we didn't go into the specifics of the different governing systems of each European state. We just talked about the functioning of the EU itself, which was fascinating and interesting, but we didn't go into the individual governance practices. Governing practices are really Adam Carmona with his cantons and his Calvinism. A little bit, Bill. He represents that remark. You would run as a Whig, but we already have a Whig in office. We have something in office. Definitely something in office. Okay, the next one. Our community is a family and we take care of each other no matter what. Our community is a family and we take care of each other no matter what. What do you guys think of that? When Geneva was kick-ass? Exactly, Adam. Switzerland has its points. Switzerland has its points. Dolly Parton leads the Whig Party now. There you go. Dolly Parton's husband passed. So condolences to Dolly Parton. At least that's what I heard. Am I wrong, y'all? Do I need to check this before I say it publicly? Yes, Carl Dean passed away on Monday. They had been married 60 years, y'all. 60 years. Really a pity. Lupita, sweetie, how are you? We are in Paris tonight. I thought a change of scenery might be nice. Some travel. He was a Hegelian. Yeah, they have. The EU has an open marriage, Adam? Or Dolly and her husband did. Did they really have an open marriage? Who had an open marriage? Yeah, Bill, that's where I'm leaning with that one. It depends on the nature of community. Our community is a family and we take care of each other no matter what. I mean, the Scientologists say that. Our community is a family and we take care of each other no matter what, which means that we go after those who leave. That's how they interpret that, right? Our community is a family. I didn't know that, Adam. That's interesting. That's very interesting. They were together a long time. Works for some people. Must have worked for them. So we're agreed. Our community is a family and we take care of each other no matter what is a neutral, tricky one. Is that what you guys think? I think so. So y'all, I mentioned it earlier. I need all your good thoughts and juju. I've got an interview tomorrow for a job that I could be really good at. I'm terrified that I'll actually get it. I have no idea what I'm going to wear tomorrow. I'll do fine. The problem with family as a model of community is most families are authoritarian. Yes, Adam. Most families are authoritarian. Cricket was mentioning that this reminded him a lot of open and closed family systems. Thank you, Pat. Thank you. I'm really nervous, y'all. But I think I got this. I think I got this. I think so. Wear a hypnotism spiral? I don't know if that would go over well in this particular community, but it's a good thought, Adam. It's a good thought. I'll just hypnotize them into hiring me. How's that? You are always in my pocket, Cricket. I love that. Thanks, Brian. I was really shocked with how quickly they got back to me. mean, I submitted my resume on Friday and I got a phone call Monday. I actually got a phone call on Sunday. So, only the leader has the correct interpretation of the truth. Thank you, Lupita. I appreciate that. Antics. I'm assuming this music isn't bugging you because you haven't said anything, dear. Only the leader has the correct interpretation of the truth. Oh, Brian. Thank you, honey. Yes, Cricket. Big red flags. That one would freak me the fuck out. Only the leader has the correct interpretation of the truth. Everybody's fallible. Everybody is fallible. If the Bible has taught me one thing, it's that everybody's fallible. Maybe with one exception in the Bible. Holy books, everybody's fallible. Not just the Bible, other holy books. There aren't everybody's fallible. Yes, exactly. L. Ron Hubbard was definitely fallible. Everybody's fallible. Every human is fallible. Thinking that you're infallible is really a problem. Saying that somebody's infallible. Stalin was all red flags. Yes, he was. How about this one, you guys? Unity is key. If you don't fit in, maybe this isn't the place for you. Unity is key. If you don't fit in, maybe this isn't the place for you. What do you guys think of that one? Red flag, green flag, or somewhere in the middle? I hope we didn't run Antics off with the music. I'd prefer she's here. If you're an open theist, even God is fallible? Yeah, I tend to think that God is fallible. It fits with man being made in God's image. You're only infallible when you wear your special toe socks, Bilf? I'd like to be infallible. I concur, Cricket. I think that's... I mean, I've been known to say if you don't fit in here, maybe you shouldn't be here. I'm really happy to show people the door if they don't fit. Because it's too important for me, for the rest of you to feel safe and comfortable. So if somebody doesn't feel like they fit, then they shouldn't stay. If they don't feel like they fit. I have been trying, y'all. I have got this thing to show you. And I am just waiting for brain fog to show up so I can show you. disappointing for God? I think it's a message. There ain't no such thing as perfect. Because there ain't no such thing as perfect. Perfect is the enemy of good. Always, perfect is the enemy of good. Which means infallible is not possible. Engage with outside perspectives without fear. For imagination, I can see that, Cricket. I can see that. You can engage in outside perspectives without fear. What do you guys think? Bill, what's special about your special toe socks, honey? What makes them special? I am curious. You guys, we just blew through the first Minnesota goodbye. Look at that. It happens in a flash. The Pope is infallible because the Congregation for the Doctrine of the Faith told me so. Yeah, I can't get behind the Pope is infallible. I don't think the Pope should get behind the Pope's infallible. Yes, Bill, I agree. Green flag, Cricket. Yes, I concur. Engage in outside perspectives, all you want. If you leave the group, you'll lose your friends and family. You're finally here, guys. So I got my second child gave me a Christmas present. Yes, old Tifa wants you. Brain Fog and I will be live tomorrow night on Old Tifa at 7 o'clock. Please join us. Please go subscribe to Old Tifa. Do all the things. Hey, Brain Fog, how you doing? How are the cats? Did they enjoy their dinner? What'd you get, Brain Fog? So my second child bought me a Christmas present. And it has been sitting on my shelf, waiting for me since Christmas. Okay, Brain Fog, tell me all about it. You see it? Oh, come on. There he is. Check him out. He's got movable legs. Look at that. Oops. He can stand up. He's got a stand. Thank you, Lori. Fair warning to everybody, we talk politics on Old Tifa. So I thought of you when I was putting it together, Brain Fog. It's a Lego unicorn. That's why I had to wait until you got here to show you. I now have my own Carrie unicorn. She's so cute. Oh, she keeps falling off her stand. She does not want to stay on. There we go. You're having to get difficulty with your Pacer account. Does anyone here have Pacer access for Make Benefit Glorious Nature of SPTV? I'm not sure what that means, Bill. Ooh, you do your back stretch while Abby eats? That's so sweet. Soda came and visited just about the end of Cricket's premiere this evening. We'll see if he comes back to visit again. They're unhappily waiting for their food. Yes, Aaron. It is exactly that. It is exactly that. It can be a Lego unicorn. It can be a Lego birdie. And it can be a Lego seahorse. See? Lego seahorse, Lego unicorn, Lego birdie. Pacer is a card, not when you want. And there's also, I can turn it into a Millennium Falcon. So I have to make all the others. But right now, it works as a unicorn. My child number 3 got it for me. Well, if I sit here for another 45 minutes not feeding him, he might show up. So do we do red flag or green flag for leaving the group means losing all your friends and family? Did we do red or green flag for that? I think that's probably a pretty easy one. Hey, Sophia. How are you doing? It is good to see you, dear. Leaving the group means losing all your friends and family. Red flag, green flag, red flag, green flag, or somewhere in between. What do you guys think? I agree, Lori. I think it's a red flag. Leaving the group means losing all your friends and family. How about this? There are no secret teachings. There are no secret teachings. I think my favorite part of the chat is watching you guys say hi to it. Marinara Red? Yes, Sophia. There are no secret teachings. Red flag or green flag? So the game we're playing is red flag or green flag. or white flag, which means in the middle? Yes, green. So red flags are red flags, things that high control groups say. And green flags are things that high control groups don't say. There are no secret teachings is a green flag. Yeah, I think so. Cricket, I want to hear more about where you think it's white, but I like it. Everything's on a spectrum. You don't believe him, Adam. How about this one? Outsiders just don't understand the truth like we do. Outsiders just don't understand the truth like we do. Hi, sweetheart. How are you, Indigo? It is good to see you. Thank you, Indigo. Thank you. Outsiders just don't understand the truth like we do. Show off I need to find a seat for him. Oh. I need to find a seat for him like behind me. But then y'all wouldn't get to see him. You don't know that secret teachings in and of themselves are harmful unless they are leveraged? That's a good point, Cricket. I'm glad you're doing good, Indigo. White flag, Bilf. Outsiders just don't understand the truth like we do. Yeah, I'd call that one a red flag, but I can understand why it could be a white flag. I can see people. Isn't it cute, Indigo? Oh, I gotta move her in front with me. My second child gave me a Christmas present, and it has been sitting on my shelf ever since. Isn't she lovely? So I just built her yesterday. And she makes a seahorse. I can turn her into a seahorse, or I can turn her into a birdie, or I can... Any belief not disclosed to the initiate is fraud. Interesting, Adam. You are the second coming, Indigo. We provide the structure you need to become your best self. What do you guys think of that one? It is. Her legs move. Her legs move. Her feet move. So she goes on her We provide the structure you need to become your best self. See, she keeps falling off her stand. I'll put her down and quit playing with it. Exactly. All of these could be red flags, Adam. I know knitting is your fidget toy antics, and you are excellent at the fidget. You have made the fidget into an art form, literally. We provide the structure you need to become your best self. Yeah, I think that's a pink flag. Members can choose their own level of involvement. Yes, Indigo, it's used a lot in mindfulness to give you your power back, but it can be used and twisted in cults. Absolutely. That's kind of why we're going through this exercise. To kind of talk about, are these red flags? Why are they red flags? Let's think critically about this. You're better than I am. You're better than I am at it. And yes, green. If the best... Well, Adam, cults in themselves are not bad. The frickin' church is a cult. Everything's a cult. The bowling league is a cult. Cult is all about culture. They're all cults. Doubt is normal, but too much can lead to spiritual weakness. Well, because good tasting face cream would be dangerous, Lori. If it tasted good, it would be dangerous. But I agree, it always does take nasty. Doubt is normal, but too much can lead to spiritual weakness. Second Minnesota goodbye, y'all. Exactly, brain fog. I'm glad you like the answer, Lori. I think that one is... Well, I think it depends on your definition of cult, Adam. I'm going really broad with my definition of cult. Let's see what... The definition of cult is a group, movement, or organization that's centered around a shared belief system, ideology, or charismatic leader. It doesn't fit with... I mean, I would agree. In critical discussions, a cult is associated with mind control, undue influence, exploitation. And what we're talking about here is the distinction between a cult and a high demand group, right? What's the distinction between a cult and a high demand group? And are there high demand groups that are productive? Can you have positive high control groups as well as negative high control groups? So in general, even high control groups can't be termed bad all the time, right? They all sound red because they can all be red, right? They can all be red flags. I think to acknowledge doubt as normal makes this a pink one. That's what I think. But really, there isn't a right answer to all of these. The charismatic leader is the rub, but I mean, Adam, we need charismatic leaders. Part of the problem with the Democratic Party right now is we don't have any charismatic leaders. You don't mind being told what to do by a big-ass cat? Oh, you don't have to speak cat. They let you know when they're big-ass. They just hold you down. To truly grow, sometimes you need to cut ties with negative influences. To truly grow, sometimes you need to cut ties with negative influences. My AirPod is about to die, y'all. To truly grow, sometimes you need to cut ties with negative influences. Jen! How are you? Right, Sophia, exactly that. Something like the military, it's productive and necessary, but high control. Exactly. Aaron says, today I saw a person drop everything they were doing to help a member of an organization that they were also a member of, just because the other person needed help. Does that sound like a cult? It could be, Aaron. It could just also be that that person is a good person. Cricket says, I tend to think of cults as those groups which become destructive to members beyond the textbook definition. Yes. I don't know if she's charismatic enough, brain fog. I don't know if she's charismatic enough. I think the problem with her, unfortunately, is that we live in America where people ain't going to vote for her because she's too dark. That's what I think. That's what I think. I think it doesn't matter how charismatic she is. Because she's a woman. For starters. And that's what I think the problem is there. So, to truly grow, sometimes you need to cut ties with negative influences. Sophia thinks that's red. I think it's true that sometimes to grow, you need to cut ties with negative influences. I think that that's true. That sometimes it's important for people to cut ties with negative influences. I think that can be used in inappropriate ways, which is the problem with these, right? The problem with these. I think Jasmine Crockett's very charismatic. I just think that she won't get the vote. she doesn't have the other requisite requirements. We live in a shit world right now. Shit world right now. What do you guys, what else do you guys think about? To truly grow, sometimes you need to cut ties with negative influences. Any more thoughts or comments about that one? How you doing, Jen? Cricket, I think that's probably the best definition of cult. And I think it's my schooling that's got me thinking more broadly about cults. Because cultures can be high control, right? You have more high control and low control cultures. So it's all relative. It's all relative. What's high control in one culture is normal in another. And we're talking about these all through Judeo-Christian, European, North American lenses. Anybody else? To truly grow, sometimes you need to cut ties with negative influences? Did I lose all you guys? Y'all got quiet all of a sudden. Did I say something? Oh. Sorry. The chat totally paused. We need charismatic programs. Charisma usually means people having the right to supersede the rules of the group based on their will. That's a no-no. Exactly, Adam. We need leadership training programs. We need to teach good leaders. Sorry, guys. My chat got totally backed up. In America, white and a dude are the relevant criteria to be charismatic enough. I don't know. White flags. Sometimes you need to find the SP. But a group shouldn't tell you that. Exactly. As long as cutting ties isn't mandated. Exactly, Adam. Hey, Eric, how are you? You want Senator Whitehouse to become president so we can have a president Whitehouse? They technically just have to pretend the straight part well enough and pick the affairs discreetly enough. Exactly. White House, Rhode Island hottie. They tried creating a cult of personality for the Greek leader Metaxas, but it was too boring. It didn't take. Really and truly, Adam? Sorry, guys. The chat totally stopped. I hate it when it does that to me. We are doing well. I have got an interview tomorrow, so I'm asking for everybody to be thinking of me. I am really excited about it. We will see how it goes. It's a job that I could do. I'm terrified that they'll actually offer it to me, because that might mean I have to take it. In fact, it probably does mean I have to take it. It pays noticeably better than my current position. So if think the problem is less the lack of charisma and more that the Democrats are bourgeois imperialists with slightly better window dressing? Obama was all charisma, but what do we have now, Bill? Okay, Adam, send me the book. I've got a pile of books stacking up already. Thank you, Eric. Thank you. So, criticism of leadership is a sign of disloyalty. What do you guys think about that one? Now that we've gotten over the chat backup. Chat just flat out stopped for me, and all these messages were coming and it wasn't moving for me. I am sorry. Not that you guys are that worried about it. I just feel like it do, because I was sitting there going, why aren't you guys talking to me? And there was all this messaging. I like to stay on top of chat. I think the helping me find a teaching position, Cricket, is no, they don't help me find a teaching position. Unfortunately, they do not. And there aren't very many. They're hard to find. Really hard to find. Yep, Sophia, I'm with you. I think that one's a red flag any day of the week. I can't see a situation in which that wouldn't be a red flag. Criticism of leadership is a sign of disloyalty. I'm out. Can't take criticism. I'm out. I got to show you guys the rock I'm looking on right now. Come on. There she is. Cricket thought she was a scarab. She's going to be a bumblebee, y'all. She's going to be a bumblebee. I got to paint some wings on her. I'm a little worried about that. The old Gaddafi flag of Libya. Yeah, Sophia? What's Voltaire say about criticism? I think this is something I should know. Already, not having to ask you. But I'm having to ask. Please elucidate. You can leave at any time. Red flag, green flag, somewhere in between. Guys, I made fudge this weekend. And I got J-Bat's fudge and Sunrise Dawn's fudge sent off. Exactly, Bill. I agree. I think you're right. I think a lot of times there's something to be said for offering it privately and tactfully. I know if y'all had criticism for me, yes, Sophia, I did know that one. I just wasn't connecting it with Voltaire right now. Fight for your right to disagree, even if I think you're wrong. Yep, you get to disagree. There is an appropriate way to speak to people, I think is what Bilf is saying. And respect, I know a lot of people like to say respect is earned, not given. And I think that's not untrue. But I think there's a level of respect that people get just because they're human beings. That's like, I treat everybody with the respect that I expect to be treated with, right? I think it's reciprocal that way. If I come at you with disrespect without any respect, why do I think you're going to come back at me with any respect if I start out with no respect? And of course, respect is culturally mediated as well. So it's possible that I could come at you with disrespect without knowing it. And that is why cultural literacy is important. Decency is decency, Sophia. Absolutely. How about, sorry, I heard the cat, y'all. Your personal goals should always align with the group's mission. Your personal goals should always align with the group's mission. Personal goals should always align with the group's mission. Oren Ishii's speech in Kill Bill? No, Aaron, tell me more. Can you guys hear Orion? Marinara Sauce Massacre read. Yes, your personal goals should always align with the group's mission is really read. Personal goals don't have to align with the group's mission, for crying out loud. You get to have your own personal autonomy. They shouldn't have to always align with the group's mission. Ever saw Kill Bill, Brain Fog? Yes, red rum, red rum, red rum. Indeed. Okay, last one. As your leader, I encourage you from time to time and always in a respectful manner to question my logic. Yes, Aaron, that's an excellent one. You have a historical allergy against that particular concept? Personal goals should always align with the group's mission. It's problematic, ain't it, Sophia? Very problematic. We have entered third Minnesota goodbye land. Guys, I haven't been able to count for the last several weeks. I keep saying fourth when I mean third. Two more. Leadership is open to criticism from members. Leadership is open to criticism from members. I know some of these are pretty easy. But I think it's good to have these conversations. What do you guys think? You don't believe the criticism-loving leader. Hi, Papa Cat. I hear you, Adam. What leader wants criticism? Green checkmark, Cricket. Yeah. Okay. We are the only ones who truly know what's going on in the world. We are the only ones who truly know what's going on in this world. I agree, Cricket. Let 100 flowers bloom usually turns into let 100 flowers, 100 heads roll. And we reached Burgundy. Indeed. We are the only ones who truly know what's going on in the world. Orion. You guys like a visit from the puppers? That is all of the statements I had. So let me get some. Hey, Fab Daddy. I love thunderstorms. Love thunderstorms, Fab Daddy. I miss them very much. Okay, let me get the puppers, guys. Hold on a sec. Look at this. Look at this. Fab Daddy. You win third Minnesota goodbye. Hey, stop it. Stop. Fab Daddy, you win third Minnesota goodbye. You won again. Ready to see it? There it is. Hailstorm is a double-edged sword, indeed, Sophia. Hailstorms have their problems. Hey, not my face. Yes, Bubba. Okay. It was Papa Cat? Well, now we're going to have two. Was it Papa Cat? Was I wrong? Did I miss it? Did he sneak in and I totally didn't catch it? Fab Daddy, I was wrong. It is rigged because I forget. Hey, stop. The squeal of torture. I'm sorry, guys. I messed up. I gave it away to the wrong person. Fight. I'm terrible. His mom is a little out of it. I can't count. I can't think. I'm a little tired. This Tuesday, you missed it too. You saw the emojis and just thought Papa was being helpful. Right, Cricket? You don't like Minnesota? He can have it? Okay, Fab Daddy. Thank you. Thank you, Fab Daddy. I'll get you next time, Fab Daddy. We'll figure something out. Here. Here, Papa Cat. Here's your 3rd Minnesota Goodbye Award. Check it out. Isn't it beautiful? Wheel of Fortune. Totally my bad. Okay, you guys see him in my lap here? Just another day? Yeah. Hi, baby. Hi, baby boy. Yes. Are you a good puppy? Are you a good puppy? Yes, you are a good puppy. Yes, you are a good puppy. Yes. Such a good puppy. Such a good puppy. Scritches, 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 scritches. Really, Papa Cat? You want me to go track him down? Okay, let's give Orion another minute. No, you don't need to lick my face. Do you? Fab Daddy. You have been rescued, Fab Daddy. Look at what Cricket did for you. Look at what Cricket did for you. Where'd it come? I saw it come. Hold on. Yeah, I thought. Okay, we just got to give it a minute to show up. It's not showing up. Just a second. Okay, now I can show it. Fab Daddy, this one's for you. Kristen! I don't have to go get soda? You've never heard me do puppy voice before? Can you win a Kentucky hello? In Oklahoma? Hello, Fab Daddy. How about an Oklahoma hello? I don't have to go get soda. You like Orion there? Okay. How you doing, Kristen? Here, Fab Daddy. Cricket sent it over just for you. There you go, man. Just for you. I will send it off to you. Thank you, Cricket. Is it Easter? Why Easter, Cricket? Or Kristen? Cricket, Kristen. Yeah, guys, I can tell I'm getting tired. And nervous about this interview tomorrow. Here you go, Fab Daddy. He is very happy. Are you a good boy? Yes, you're a good boy. You a good boy? Are you a good boy? Let me turn that off. It's getting warm in here. Really? You're going to make it, Kristen? You're going to have to email me tonight and tell me how you like it. It's so good. Yeah, it's not 420 yet. Fortune, yes. Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of 420. Wheel of 420. It is really hard to get the AI to spell things correctly. We owe you an E. He needs to buy an E. Thank you, brain fog. Change is the only constant in life, Sophia. This job scares me. Scares me a lot. But I think I can do a good job. I think I can do a good job. I worry about working 20 hours a week while I still have a class to finish. But cross that bridge when I come to it. Cross that bridge when I come to it. You want brown eyes? I'll trade you. I always wanted blue eyes. 3 of my 4 children. 3 of my 4 children have blue eyes. My daddy had blue eyes, and my husband has blue eyes. So 3 of my 4 children had blue eyes. You like AI glitch language? It's pretty funny, isn't it, Adam? It's pretty funny. So, you guys think we'll last another week without the world burning? So, are we taking bets yet? Is there a pool? Is there a betting pool yet? For how long until the world is actually burning? AI always gives you blue eyes? Really? You have dark brown eyes. So do I, brain fog. Dark brown eyes. They're very dark. Wombo AI has the best glitch language. Cricket, you should try Wombo AI. Adam, have you tried all the AIs? I've only tried ChatGPT and Microsoft. Kristen told me about the new Chinese one that everybody was raving about, but I haven't had a chance to check it out yet. I haven't had a chance to check it out yet. Just take deep breaths. Yes. I will be fine. I'm going to go to my closet tonight. Yeah, I just heard about that, brain fog. We've got a decent track record of adjusting to the mayhem so far. I'm not sure we're as much adjusting as we are rolling with the punches. But at some point, it would be wise to punch back. I'm looking forward to the opportunity to figure out what exactly happened with the GOP and Mr. Musk. That will be interesting to find out. You tried a few. Are there any you like more than others, Adam, or are they all basically the same? Indeed, something to talk about tomorrow. We've got a lot to talk about tomorrow. I've got to figure out time to put a list together. And my day tomorrow is pretty full. Maybe we'll start getting some audience and we can take audience recommendations. If you guys don't know, tomorrow night, Brain Fog and I will be live on Old Tifa. It's an infuriating technology, Cricket. Infuriating how? It won't do what it's told? It still needs help for writing help, it's been indispensable. Indispensable for writing help. No, I don't want to go that late, Brain Fog. I'll find some time. Don't worry. I just don't want to go that late. Although, no, I don't want to. No. You're getting more into Chat GPT, Kristen? Yes, Kristen. I used it to help me revise and pull my paper together. Dolly is twisted and demonic. Wombo is dreamy pastel. I like that balance. That sounds about right, Adam. For art, it's too uncooperative most of the time. I find it really uncooperative, Cricket. Unless I'm going really impressionist or it's really specific. Aaron, you learned about a language where you have to give a suffix to indicate if any phrase is hearsay, personal observation, or if there's circumstantial evidence. Interesting, Aaron. What language? That's a really interesting language. That's why it's important, Cricket, to have a person. I throw away a lot of what the writing recommendation is. ChatGPT helps me comment better on posts you actually care about. Exactly, Kristen. Exactly. Thank you. We're currently scheduled for 7 o'clock, Brain Fog. So let's plan on 7, because the reality is I'm going to want to watch Severance at 6 if hubby's job allows it. So I'll be watching Severance from 6 until 6:50, and then I will rush in at the last minute. Okay, guys. We are almost to the 4th Minnesota goodbye. And that means I need to let you go. As always, it is lovely spending the evening with you. Thank you for being here. Please run over to Old Tifa. Kristen, this is the included music. This is the included music. I think it works. I think it works as background music. I don't think it's quite Parisian enough, but, you know. Your Audi can watch Severance in your when he can do Old Tifa. There you go, Adam. There you go. That would be nice, wouldn't it? It's always Christmas. It's always Christmas. Okay, you guys. Take care, and I will see y'all tomorrow night. Please join us at Old Tifa, okay?